There we go.
That is beautiful.
Fork and a knife, all that yummy sauce, cheese, fresh basil.
That sauce is beautiful.
Outstanding. Sometimes
beautiful.
Simplicity is the best recipe.
Yes, and it is light and airy and delicious. Oh
Not
my
too
gosh.
heavy, right?
No, not at all. Can easily munch that pie, the whole pie. Dang, that sauce is good. Hey everyone, I'm Jacalyn Maines, your hostess with the mostest at America's Best Restaurants. Today we are in Orlando, Florida, in the little community called Lake Buena Vista, home of all the attractions. They've got Disney World, they've got SeaWorld, they've got Universal, and do you know what else they've got? V's Pizza, home of Napoleon-style pizza here in Florida. Let's go check this place out. Come on.
Hey Jackie, very nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Yes, awesome. Welcome to V Pizza.
Thank you very much.
And so we are Napolitano style pizza, which means that all of our ingredients in our pizza is authentic from Italy.
Yes.
And so we're gonna have some fun today. You excited?
I am very excited.
To taste the authenticity?
Yes.
Oh, awesome. You know, a lot of times, here in the States, we, cheapen the process a little bit, try to get things very quick, fast. And a lot of our foods, and let's face it, in the States, it's not good for us.
Yeah.
But with Napolitano style pizza, a lot of it is good. From our flour that we use, is called Caputo, it's double O, it has no additives, preservatives, all those good things. We have fresh San Giorgio tomatoes from Italy, and so they're nice and sweet. We don't add any extra, sugars and salts and things of that nature. Just a little bit of things just to, touch up the taste a little bit. But it is amazing fresh pizza right out of our 900-degree brick ovens. And so I think you guys are gonna really be in for a treat today.
Awesome, man. Let's go make a pie.
Let's do it.
All right, so now I am with Zach, standing in front of these roasty toasty ovens, and you're gonna make me a pie, right?
I am. I'm gonna make you one of our signature margherita pizzas today.
Awesome. Where do we start?
All right, so first we're gonna start with our dough that we make in-house, fresh every day. This is the healthiest version of pizza dough you can ever eat. So we use Caputo 00 flour, no preservatives, additives, bleaches of any kind. It's a little expensive, but we're okay with that. It costs about 3 times as much as any flour produced here in the United States. Let's jump in, guys.
All right.
So we're gonna bring our dough out, start to spin it and form our crust. So we're just gonna hand stretch our dough gently. So we got a nice flat round pizza dough. So Napolitano style pizza is a little backwards compared to American style. So we're going to do cheese first and then our sauce on top.
Oh.
So we'll do our nice cheese base all the way to the edge. And then this is the star of the show right here. It's our San Marzano sauce. These tomatoes are hand milled every morning right here in our restaurant. So we're gonna do a ladle and put that all over. And it's gonna get fresh mozzarella as well.
All right, simple ingredients. Love that.
This is where we set our timer for 90 seconds.
On here? Where do you set it?
Right here.
Oh.
Gotta pay attention.
What are you? I'm gonna say, what are you looking for while it's cooking? Talk to me about that.
While it's in the oven, the floor of that oven is extremely hot, so you've got to pay close attention. The characteristics of Napolitano style pizza are going to be like a leopard print char around the edge.
Yes.
And a soft, soupy center, so it's meant to be eaten with a knife and a fork, just like they do in Naples, Italy. We've got to keep it roughly in the same spot in the oven to ensure that the bottom cooks evenly.
Okay, so it's just a pivot, just a little bit of
Just a little pivot, yep.
How hard is it to keep that consistency when you've got 8 pies in there?
You have to be extremely fast. If you look away for a few seconds, an oven that runs closer to 900 degrees will make you pay for being late. Beautiful. Sorry, you got it?
Oh my goodness.
And this is the best way to eat this pizza because the crust has no preservatives, additives.
Yeah.
It's best right out of the oven, bubbling hot. There we go.
That is beautiful.
Fork and a knife, all that yummy sauce, cheese, fresh basil.
That sauce is beautiful.
Outstanding. Sometimes
Beautiful.
simplicity is the best recipe.
Yes. And it is light and airy and delicious. Oh
Not
my
too
gosh.
heavy, right?
No, not at all. You can easily munch that pie, the whole pie. Dang, that sauce is good. Now I'm back with Trent, and I've got to hear from you. Why the pizza?
Wow, why V Pizza?
Yes.
Well, V Pizza, I like to call it's an experience. It's the V experience, and for me, it's a couple parts. Starting at the beginning, I initially was introduced with V Pizza, the partners that started it up in Jacksonville, Florida. I used to work for them in a financial firm years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and when I left that firm, I started my first business as an entrepreneur, which is childcare.
Okay.
My childcare center literally is about barely a quarter mile from the first V Pizza that was actually made by them.
Quinky dink.
Yeah, a little bit, and we had no idea that was going to happen, really didn't. And so we literally were in the same block. And in 2014 is when I started my first business. The first V Pizza was 2014, and just over the years we grew together. And so just knowing them, and they're awesome people, awesome family, and so I would have this food, and it was just so good. And getting the backstory behind it is, they would actually go to Italy all the time, right there in Naples, where this is the home of this amazing pizza is from. And they would actually spend time with Stefano Fiaro, the family that makes our amazing ovens.
Okay.
And they were entrenched in the culture, and the food was just amazing to them. And they just said one day, like, man, this would be awesome just for our own mothers to be able to have this type of pizza in the States, right? It did it for the moms. That's right. Yeah. And so, and that was the story. But it just took fire. I mean, everybody just absolutely loved it. And it's like, we got something here. Get one of the drums. Get one of the drums.
I want to get this so I can really rip into that.
How's the flavor? And so what you just made into, this is our Cryin Hawaiian. And so what makes them Cryin, as you can see, we have our peppers here. These are Calabrian peppers, one of the hottest peppers that are out there. And so we use them, we crush them into our paste for make our Calabrian wings really spicy, or some of our Calabrian pizzas. But also too, when we crush them, there's oil that comes out. And so we use that oil and drizzle it over top of these wings. So these wings have a Hawaiian-based sauce that's really sweet. We roast these pineapples that you see in the oven too well for extra pineapple flavor. And then we put the clav oil on it, and hence we got the Cryin Hawaiian, which is sweet wing. So, and then they taste amazing.
Oh my gosh. The first bite was a little bit of a heat bite. The second bite was a little bit of sweet bite. Exactly. Oh my gosh. And then just the charring on them, dang, that's good flavor.
As I mentioned earlier, Stefano Fiaro is one of the families that make these ovens for us. And so they are actually one of two families in the world that can go to Mount Vesuvius. This is actually in Naples, Italy. It's the active volcano, it's still there.
Okay.
And they can get the rock actually to make these ovens. And so, on the pizza stone on the bottom, when we cook the ovens, that's volcanic rock. That's why it can get up to 900 degrees and we can make amazing pizza. So
that's
so really
the magic
cool.
behind it.
So knowing the families, they customize our ovens for us. It's very intricate, the process. And so, but they're amazing at it, And so being able to source, these actual ovens from Italy and then bring them here and actually cook the Napolitano style pizza with all the ingredients. It's amazing.
It's as if you've been transported to Italy.
Yep, we bring Italy here, and which is pretty awesome, I think.
It is awesome. All right, I'm diving into some more pizza because I went crazy about that sauce.
And the original one you had was our Margherita signature. So that's kind of a staple of Italy. And so, they do pepperoni like this too, a pepperoni rustica. But this is obviously something more Americanized because we all eat pepperoni pizza. But you'll notice the taste of it, it's a little bit different. So,
okay. It's the combination of the sweetness of the sauce, and then you've got the savory from the pepperoni. So delicious. Golly. I'm so enthralled with just the freshness of that sauce. It just really is such an amazing compliment.
And Sanzardine tomatoes, I mean, like I said, they're made to eat, just as they are. They're nice and sweet, and and again, the problem with what happens with most places that do tomato sauce or pizza-based sauce, they kind of just make it to a paste, and when you paste it, it literally, takes all the acid and the citrusy and it puts it right there now in your tomato. So now you have to put sugars and extra things in there to try to brighten the taste back up to the original, but you never can get it back.
Okay.
This right here is the actual sweet juice of that sweet tomato, how it's supposed to be eaten. And so we hand churn all of our tomatoes, so the juice comes right on out. It doesn't crush the tomato, doesn't make it all, doesn't leave leave those impressions on there. We even, when we do our bruschetta, we slice them very carefully, make sure you can keep the nice juice taste on there. And so we have our caprese plates that have our nice tomato sauce. And when you eat a fresh tomato, it's actually sweet. If you actually just slice it and eat it. And that's why people mostly eat sliced tomatoes that way. So
this is super creamy
yes, it is.
and ooey gooey cheesy.
Yes. So you are tasting Gouda, our Gouda cheddar. You can taste all the cheeses in there. It's just so good. And if you want the official name again, it's Pesto Gouda Cavatappi.
So tell me a little bit about V Pizza's role in the community.
Yeah, so that's one of our things that we love is our mission. You know, our passion is food. Our mission, though, is we have a charity called V for Victory. It is a organization that helps families that are going through the terrible cancer experience. And so cancer has touched so many people's lives.
Yes.
You know, it's touched my own family's life. And so I have many friends that have gone through it too as well. It's not fun at all. You know, we specifically focus on childhood cancer, but any family, you know, adults, you know, whoever, you know, we want to help.
That's awesome.
Yeah, about 7-8 years ago, one of the partners, you know, his son, Charlie, was diagnosed with leukemia. And so it was obviously devastating.
Yeah.
You know, I still remember the call, being on the phone with him, and just the tears that were, you know, down me and my wife's face. You know, just knowing a little 3-year-old Charlie was going through something like that.
Yeah.
You know, and so, but you know, one of the things I love about, you know, Paul, who's one of the partners, and he, you know, he's such an amazing person, and you know, he didn't just look at himself in that role, because he was like, you know what, I have the means to take care of my son. We're going to beat this. But he got a chance to see families in the hospital that didn't have the means to take care of their poor child. You know, he'd see mom in there going through chemo, and dad somewhere working hard trying to figure out how they're going to make it, you know. And he was like, I've got to do something. And just how I've known him and the partners, they immediately went into action. They started this great charity, V for Victory. And what it does, it actually helps families going through cancer with all the supplementary things that they normally on a day-to-day basis wouldn't be able to take care of.
Yeah.
The charity steps in and partners with businesses in the community to do those things. For instance, you know, lawn care. You know, like, you know, that's something that, you know, your yard every single week during the summer needs to be mowed.
You're right.
But when you're going through cancer, that's the last
Not
thing
really
you're thinking
in your
about.
brain,
Exactly,
yeah.
right? And so we may partner with the lawn care service. We say, hey, you know, we don't want you to give us anything free, but if you give it to us at cost, we'll pay for it and then donate the service to the family.
That's amazing.
And we've had so many community people who be like, you know what, you know, we'll still pay at cost, or sometimes they're like, you know what, we're just going to donate the service for free. You know, it's been absolutely amazing. This food is great and amazing, but when you have the experience of, you know, customers and being able to speak with them and talk with them and actually have a bigger cause in real life, like supporting cancer, those types of things, it just makes it all worth it. So for me, you know, everything that V Pizza embodies me as a person, you know. And so, you know, when I first opened this place, the first meeting I had with my team, I said, the first thing we're going to do is be servants to each other. You know, we're going to laugh, we're going to be a family, because if we can't have fun doing this, then what's the point, right?
You're right.
And then we said, now we're going to take that same service and we're going to give it to our customers.
Oh,
and so,
this makes my heart just smile so big. I love it.
And if you give good food but without good service, what's the point either, right?
Right.
But if you can nail good food, have an amazing conversation, which is a lost art nowadays, is having just human contact and conversation like we are now. If you can combine those together, you have something that's amazing. And so one of the things I pride myself is our customers, when they leave here, they say they felt the experience, you know, they felt the V love.
So good.
And so you know, so that's why I chose V, you know.
So what about, where can we find you online?
So you can find us on Facebook, V Pizza ORL. We have two. Obviously, we have our corporate site, V Pizza, which goes to all our locations. Our specific one is V Pizza ORL. Same thing on Instagram too, V Pizza ORL.
So if you're coming to Orlando and surrounding areas, but you want a taste of Naples, Italy, you know where to come.
Yes.
That is this place. And it's so impressive and amazing to me, almost awestruck, that all the details, the level of details that goes into a pizza, the oven, every single ingredient, so that it truly takes you to a different country.
Absolutely.
And that's really special.
Like our ovens, ovens names are Amore and Felice. Love and happiness.
Boom, there it is.
Yes.
Well, folks, this is V Pizza, and the only thing missing is you. I'm Jacalyn Maines, your hostess with the mostest at ABR, and until next time, where we show you where the best local eats are. Bye, everyone.